Embarking on a journey of self-discovery and self-affirmation is a universal challenge that we all encounter at some point in our lives. Central to this journey is the vital task of establishing personal boundaries and embracing the power in saying no. Too often we fall into the pattern of prioritizing the needs and wants of others over our own, often to the detriment of our own well-being. This contemplation delves into the underlying dynamics of such behavior, emphasizing the significance of acknowledging and honoring our own limitations. We will delve into the nuances of this process, exploring how disengaging from toxic environments or relationships isn't merely an act of self-preservation, but also a profound act of self-worth and independence. As we progress, we'll delve into the intricate layers of this journey, contemplating how the empowerment of saying no and steering our lives with clarity can revolutionize our connections with both ourselves and others, paving the way for a more genuine and enriching existence. Before we embark on this exploration, take a moment to like and subscribe, and also share your insights in the comments section as we proceed with the video. Let's start. It's a fascinating and all too familiar phenomenon, the inclination of many individuals to invest their time and energy in others, often surpassing their own limits and needs. But what lies at the core of this behavior? It could stem from an internal quest for validation, a profound desire to feel valued and accepted. Alternatively, these individuals might perceive their self-worth as intricately tied to how others perceive them. Yet, this excessive preoccupation with others' opinions can turn into a trap. When one becomes overly concerned with external perceptions, there's a risk of losing touch with their own identity. They morph into a reflection of others' expectations and viewpoints, as though their very existence depends on external approval. This can be draining and, in many cases, spiral into a relentless cycle of seeking recognition and validation. This journey for acceptance can be propelled by various factors. Some may struggle with insecurities about their own worth, relying on external validation to feel deserving. Others might have grown up in environments where love and attention were contingent upon meeting others' expectations, fostering a belief that this is the only path to love and respect. However, it's imperative to acknowledge that this perpetual quest for approval can lead to a solitary and unfulfilling existence. It's like attempting to fill an inner void with something unattainable. The key to breaking this vicious cycle may lie on cultivating a healthier rapport with oneself, where one learns to honor their own perspectives and needs. Through this journey, one can set forth on a path of heightened genuineness and individual contentment, where external opinions become non-existent rather than the sole determinants of happiness and self-worth. Many of us, at some juncture, discover ourselves allocating our time and energy to others. But what drives this tendency? Is it a quest for self-validation or a profound yearning for acknowledgement? Excessive preoccupation with external judgments can indeed turn you into slaves of people's toxic comments. If you frequently find yourself in this situation, I'd like to offer you a potent tactic for reclaiming your sovereignty and self-esteem. This tactic is simply termed walking away. Though it may seem somewhat abrupt, in certain scenarios, it proves to be a necessary stride toward reaffirming your personal power. As we journey through life, we encounter a multitude of people. Some may disregard boundaries, while others exhibit excessive dependency or even cruelty and selfishness. Demonstrating to these individuals your willingness to walk away not only reaffirms your independence, but also reclaims control over your own life. The power of walking away is fortified by two pivotal pillars: the capacity to say no and the presence of a clear life direction. If you often find yourself being manipulated by others, or worse yet, feeling exploited or mistreated, you likely struggle with refusing demands and lack a defined purpose. Having a clear path communicates to the world that you cherish your time and, by extension, your life. This inherently distances you from situations where your boundaries are disregarded. Maintaining focus on your path diminishes the need for external validation. Remember, walking away transcends mere physical departure. It embodies a mindset of self-value and respect. Embracing this stance conveys a potent message: you hold the reins of your life. While walking away may seem like a bold move, in certain instances, it emerges as an indispensable step to affirm one's autonomy in a given scenario. Through this journey called life, we cross paths with a multitude of people. Some pass by fleetingly, like leaves carried by the wind, while others take root deep within our hearts. Each interaction, whether brief or enduring, leaves a mark on our personal narrative. Choosing to step back isn't always easy. It often entails a mix of emotions and uncertainty. Yet, it's imperative to recognize that seizing control of our own storyline signifies maturity and self-awareness. Understanding when to say goodbye and when to conclude a chapter is a crucial skill in crafting a fulfilling and authentic life. While this decision may appear self-centered to some, it's an act of self-preservation. By disengaging from situations or individuals that no longer align with our values or aspirations, we create space for fresh opportunities and enriching experiences. The exploration of personal discovery is a mosaic of encounters and partings, each adding a distinctive color to the larger picture of our existence. While farewells may be filled with pain, they are indispensable for our development. They serve as powerful lessons, teaching us about our boundaries, aspirations, and above all, our authentic selves. Through sharing these reflections, my aim is to ignite curiosity and introspection within yourself, inspiring you to view your own narratives through a lens brimming with possibility and enlightenment. Among the various individuals we encounter, some pose particular challenges in comprehending and honoring personal boundaries. Some may exhibit excessive dependence, clinging to us and demanding an unreasonable amount of our time and energy. While these interactions are often well-intended, they can become draining, creating an imbalance in the relationship. On the flip side, there are individuals we may deem unpleasant and ill-intentioned. Regrettably, they view social interactions as opportunities for manipulation and exploitation. Employing sarcasm, criticism, or abusive behaviors, they aim to diminish others for their own gain, showing no regard for others' well-being. Although these negative interactions pose challenges, they offer valuable learning experiences. They underscore the significance of establishing and upholding healthy boundaries. Learning to recognize and address such personalities is pivotal for our emotional well-being and personal growth. It instills in us the importance of assertiveness, urging us to uphold our values and refuse to tolerate disrespectful or harmful treatment from others. When we consciously opt to distance ourselves from those who fail to respect our boundaries, we send a resounding message, both to ourselves and to them. This mindset unequivocally asserts our independence and underscores our authority to choose who occupies our lives. This act of withdrawal isn't merely a declaration of self-worth, it's a pivotal stride toward reclaiming control over our well-being and capabilities. Choosing to step back can be viewed as an act of self-defense and preservation. By disengaging from toxic individuals or draining relationships, we prioritize our mental and emotional health, safeguarding our personal space and nurturing our personal growth. It serves as a poignant reminder that we are the only ones in control of our happiness and well-being. Furthermore, this proactive choice holds the potential for profound impact on those inclined to overstep boundaries. It acts as a catalyst for self-reflection, offering them an opportunity to acknowledge the repercussions of their actions and, ideally, instigate positive changes in their behavior. Indeed, the potency of walking away is underscored by two core principles: the assertiveness inherent in saying no and the clarity of purpose. First and foremost, the word no stands as a formidable tool in the practice of boundary setting. Its simplicity, directness, and effectiveness cannot be overstated. By saying no, you effectively communicate your needs, preferences, and boundaries with clarity. This act of self-assertion is crucial for nurturing healthy and respectful relationships. It signifies a declaration of independence, demonstrating that you wield control over your choices and actions. No transcends mere refusal. It embodies an affirmation of self-respect and self-awareness. It empowers us to decline situations that don't serve us, commitments that overwhelm us, and behaviors that disrespect us. When wielded assertively and respectfully, this word becomes a testament to our inner strength and confidence. Secondly, direction serves as the guiding force propelling us toward our desired destinations, both in the literal and metaphorical sense. Having a clear direction in life entails having goals, aspirations, and a sense of purpose. When you know where you're headed, it becomes easier to make decisions that align with your values and objectives. Direction provides us with focus, enabling us to steer clear of distractions and negative influences. When combined, the assertiveness of no and having a clear direction form a potent duo. While no shields us from unwanted external pressures, direction keeps us steadfast on the path towards realizing our dreams and ambitions. These two principles are fundamental for preserving personal integrity and charting a course that is authentically our own. If you frequently find yourself succumbing to others' whims or, in more severe cases, being exploited, manipulated, or abused, it may signal a challenge in asserting no and a lack of clear direction in life. These signs should not be overlooked. They demand our attention and introspection. The difficulty in saying no stems from a deep-seated desire to please others, avoid confrontation, or the belief that our own needs and desires are of lesser importance. While initially appearing harmless, this behavior can initiate a harmful cycle of self-neglect and bitterness, fostering an environment where exploitation becomes possible. Conversely, a lack of clear direction may arise from uncertainties, a lack of self-awareness, or apprehension about pursuing our authentic passions. Without a defined path, we become susceptible to being influenced by the desires and objectives of others, inadvertently missing the chance to lead a life that truly reflects our individuality. Recognizing these tendencies within ourselves is the crucial initial step toward meaningful change. It all begins with cultivating a robust sense of self-esteem and self-awareness, delving into what truly matters to us and what we aspire to achieve in our lives. Armed with this understanding, we can embark on the journey of practicing assertiveness, mastering the art of saying no when necessary, and steadfastly pursuing our own dreams and ambitions. Undoubtedly, the inability to assert oneself and a lack of clarity regarding life goals can result in a weakened and uncertain stance. When we're not firmly grounded in our own values and objectives, we inadvertently open ourselves up to the influence and agendas of others. This lack of firmness is noticeable to those around us, and unfortunately, in certain instances, can be taken advantage of. When individuals notice a lack of clear direction in someone, they may be inclined to impose their own agendas and objectives upon them. This imposition can manifest subtly or overtly, but the outcome remains consistent. One risks living a life that mirrors the expectations and desires of others rather than their own aspirations. It's essential to underscore that having direction in life doesn't equate to possessing an inflexible plan or an unchangeable vision of the future. Instead, it signifies having a sense of purpose, understanding what holds significance to you, and making decisions that resonate with those values and goals. Direction serves as a compass, guiding one through the intricacies and obstacles of life. Conversely, the ability to assertively say no is an act of self-empowerment. It entails acknowledging and respecting one's own boundaries, necessities, and desires. Saying no isn't solely a rejection of unwanted propositions, it's also a reaffirmation of oneself and one's principles. When individuals perceive someone's lack of dedication to personal aspirations, they may begin to perceive that individual's time is less valuable than their own. This perception sets the stage for a detrimental dynamic where there's an implicit expectation for you to consistently prioritize the needs and desires of others over your own. In such circumstances, not only does the significance of your time and efforts diminish, but a pattern is established where your own ambitions and aspirations are not a priority. This dynamic, though often subtle and lacking malicious intent, perpetuates the notion that the needs of others hold greater importance, potentially perpetuating a cycle of self-neglect. When the majority of your time is spent meeting the expectations of others, there's a risk of overlooking opportunities to invest in yourself and your personal goals. This scenario underscores the vital importance of cultivating a sense of direction and purpose. Establishing clear and personalized goals serves to highlight healthy boundaries and facilitates decisions that align with your own priorities. This approach doesn't entail disregarding the needs of others, but rather striking a harmonious balance between helping others and tending to your own well-being. Furthermore, understanding the significance of your own time and contributions is paramount. It entails acknowledging your inherent worth and the importance of your personal goals and aspirations. By valuing yourself, you set a precedent for others to do the same. From the perspective of those who perceive others as less committed to their own objectives, there may emerge the notion that by allocating time to fulfill their requests, you are effectively utilizing your time efficiently, serving their interests. However, this viewpoint is problematic, as it reduces the value of your time and efforts solely to their utility to others, neglecting your own fulfillment and personal development. This mindset can foster the belief that your value is contingent upon your usefulness to others, rather than recognizing your inherent worth as an individual. Such a perspective not only diminishes the significance of your own aspirations and requirements, but also can result in a loss in self-esteem and a sense of dissatisfaction with life. It's crucial to understand that while being of service to others is indeed valuable, it's just one facet of how you can make the most of your time. The true worth of your time becomes evident when you're actively pursuing your own goals, tending to your well-being, or engaging in activities that bring you fulfillment and happiness. Wholeheartedly, dedicating yourself to a personal goal signifies a journey of profound self-appreciation. This commitment not only reflects a clear definition of priorities, but also serves as a testament to the value you place on your time and existence. Such a stance communicates a powerful message, both to yourself and those around you, that every moment is precious and should be utilized thoughtfully and meaningfully. Choosing to live with a sense of purpose fundamentally alters how others perceive you. You become recognized as someone who makes deliberate decisions about how to allocate their time, rather than being readily available to be consumed by the whims of others. Instead of being perceived merely as a resource available to others, you're recognized as an individual with your own set of desires, ambitions, and passions. Devoting yourself to your goals yields several significant advantages. Firstly, it fosters a sense of authenticity and integrity. Your actions and decisions begin to mirror your internal values and beliefs, imparting a genuine and fulfilling essence to your life. Secondly, this dedication cultivates an increase in self-respect and consequently garners respect from others. By demonstrating that you honor your own time, you inherently encourage others to do the same. Moreover, this attitude of commitment can serve as inspiration for those around you. Witnessing your dedication and the accomplishments that stem from it, you become a positive role model, motivating others to pursue their own aspirations. Establishing healthy boundaries is also a pivotal aspect. By committing to your goals, you develop the ability to confidently say no to requests that diverge from your priorities, striking a harmonious balance between meeting the needs of others and your own. Additionally, maintaining focus on your personal objectives serves as a potent strategy for disengaging from situations where your boundaries are violated upon mistreatment. This capacity to navigate away from detrimental environments holds paramount importance across various spheres of life, whether in professional settings, marital relationships, or friendships. In a professional context, for instance, possessing a clear sense of direction enables you to recognize when a work situation veers into toxicity or becomes detrimental to your well-being. Whether it's colleagues who don't respect your boundaries or dealing with an overwhelming workload, knowing when and how to step back is crucial for both your mental well-being and professional advancement. Likewise, in personal connections like marriages or friendships, staying true to your own aspirations and values aids in recognizing when these relationships turn one-sided or detrimental. Acknowledging that a close relationship may be more harmful than beneficial can be challenging. However, by prioritizing your own needs and objectives, you become better equipped to discern when it's time to disengage and seek healthier, more equitable environments and connections. This ability to withdraw isn't merely an act of self-preservation, it's a demonstration of self-respect. It entails recognizing your inherent value and asserting your right to be in relationships and situations that are respectful and reciprocal. By incorporating these themes into a narrative, the underlying message conveyed is one of empowerment and self-protection. It prompts listeners to reflect on the significance of protecting themselves from detrimental circumstances and appreciating the importance of nurturing environments that foster personal well-being and growth. When you are focused on carving your own path, excessive preoccupation with the opinions and affairs of others naturally diminishes. Redirecting your attention inward significantly reduces the need for external validation. You come to realize that the primary person you need to prove anything to is yourself. This level of self-awareness and confidence is both liberating and essential for cultivating an authentic and satisfying life. Choosing to walk away from abusive individuals and harmful environments is a potent assertion of self-respect and integrity. Far from indicating weakness, it demonstrates strength and a profound understanding of oneself. By making this decision, you refuse to allow toxic situations or relationships to compromise your mental health and well-being. Moreover, this mindset communicates a resolute message to the world around you. You are the architect of your own life. You determine who and what merits your time and energy. Importantly, this doesn't imply a lack of care for friends, family, or partners. On the contrary, it signifies that while you cherish and value your relationships, your happiness and self-worth are not contingent upon them. Establishing and upholding healthy boundaries is a means of affirming your self-respect and expecting the same from others. Embracing the principle of walking away holds significant weight, particularly in business scenarios. This mindset communicates to all parties involved that while you are engaged and interested, you are not solely reliant on any single deal for progress. Such an approach is a display of confidence and an abundance mindset, both of which are incredibly powerful in negotiations. The abundance mindset doesn't depend solely on material wealth, possessions, or the size of one's social circle. Rather than external factors, it's about cultivating an internal perspective characterized by contentment and confidence in one's capacity to seize opportunities. Operating from this mindset exudes self-assurance and self-reliance, which can be immensely attractive to others. This principle extends to personal relationships as well. While it's natural and vital to love and appreciate those in your life, it's equally crucial to recognize that your happiness and sense of worth are not contingent upon them. This realization fosters the establishment of healthier, more balanced relationships, which eliminates codependency. In negotiations, the readiness to walk away and do so with conviction often represents the strongest position. It signifies a deliberate choice, not a response born out of desperation or need. By considering to exit the negotiation table if the terms are unfavorable, you retain control and uphold the integrity of the situation. This approach not only enhances the likelihood of securing a favorable outcome, but also ensures that, regardless of the result, you retain a position of empowerment. Victory is attained by upholding your standards and honoring your boundaries. If you found this content valuable, please consider leaving a like, subscribing to the channel, and commenting, "I am a true Stoic." See you next time, my friend.